All right, adventurers, welcome back to Too Many Warlocks. Yeah, to be honest, it's very hard to follow the timelines these days, so I'm just going to kick it over to Puck. What is going on in this world?
Lenny, are you all right? Are the problems at home?
I don't want to get into it. Shalandra's bringing me back to court. It's a whole thing. I told her I'm not making money from this yet, but it's
things are rough all over. Yeah. I mean, I hope you find your bliss.
Anyways, it's fine though. The kids are doing
great. Announcements today. Regularly scheduled programming this week. Mercenaries of Mischief was yesterday. Too Many Warlocks is today. Then we've got Avalon Society London Fall, presented by Dead Aussie Gamer. Takes place in the Malifaux universe. In Through the Breach system. Features an all-star cast. Guy from How to Be a Great GM. Marie from Orkenspalter TV. Till from London Fog. Janet from World Anvil. And Anthony, a.k.a. Vegemite Dangerous, for Roll for Damage. And of course, our Fate Master, Michael, the Dead Aussie Gamer. So be sure to check that out on Thursday nights. That's it for the announcements this week. If you please.
Just on the shores of the Deseret River, just across the way from Golden Fields, there rests a lonely keep.
Went to Lloyd for 2 days and I was ready to die. Okay. Welcome back to Too Many Warlocks. I am your benevolent Dungeon Master, Puck. And I am here to play a game of Dungeons & Dragons with these fine people, these fine Too Many Warlocks, and also Redann. I will now introduce them in no particular. I'm all just like I've fumbled myself right out here. Okay, restart. Too Many Warlocks, starting with the newly empowered fiery Miss Kithri Taalib joining us today. Our training partner to young Cambion boys, Mr. Redann, is here as well. Partner with Lord Xellos out in the wilds, Mr. Penn Wright. And our Rainbow Revolutionary, Mr. Gibu Tomps, is here as well. When last we left our heroes, they had been ripped from their home dimension, their home world, and thrown in to this parallel world, into this truly darkest timeline, where Lord Xellos has teamed up with Blackwind, laid waste to the Avalon Knights Academy, caused untold destruction, and just things are rough all over. And you've been thrown into this place by your alternate reality selves, and now you're trying to find a way to fix things, get back, both, and on the search for allies and to regain their powers, because the Warlocks found that in this world all of their energies were gone. They went to the Avalon Knights Academy Keep, now in ruins, with Lord Xellos in tow, defeated and a little bit crazier with the years. And they were able to reignite fires and get their patrons back and regain their energies after finding out that their alternate reality selves did some bad things to their patrons and sucked up that power. And then they met up with young William, the Cambion boy who, with his sister, is the brewer of the Avalon Knights Academy in your world. In this world, he's quite distressed, a bit older, and wielding Korriban's Sword of the Ancestors. And then you followed him back to find Melissa, who is injured, along with Rumble Snarl, who seems to have lost the 2 Daryls. And it was revealed that they have Cookie's cleaver, and it is damaged. In the meantime, Penn decided to stay behind with Xellos at the keep, all by himself. Just him and Xellos. It'll probably be fine. And Redann went out behind the small tavern where all these people are seeking shelter to attempt to spar with young William for a bit, while Guy and Kithri had a heart-to-heart chat with Melissa. But in the midst,
I left and went to the astral plane.
Yes, and
so
you did
I'm on
go
my
to
way
the
back
astral
from
plane.
that, apparently. So yeah.
All right. But Redann in the
Completely
back.
ignoring the buddy system.
Because I still can't
Right?
do buddy
Everybody's
system.
everywhere.
I tried. At least this time I told you where I was going. Oh no,
Everybody's everywhere.
I just told you that I had to go. Baby steps.
Redann out back, taking care of William, sparring with him, is interrupted by Taalib, the green dragon, now a young green dragon, powerful beast, shouting that they need to hide because something is coming out of the woods. And 2 pale, bony gentlemen clad in armor, perched atop skeletal steeds, emerge from the forest. What do you think, Alabaster? The living think they have refuge in this domain. They will not, Snow. We will show them the error of their ways. And they draw their swords.
Man, I never get to be there for the skeleton stuff.
Yeah, right? I'm like, I'm setting this up, and I'm like, man, Penn is going to love these skeleton mounts, but he's not there. He doesn't get to enjoy it. And it's fighting time. Redann, if you please, roll some initiative for me.
Heck yeah.
All right. 15. Why did I go 12? Oh, because it interrupted it. There we go. And I'm going to add young William. And William has a... Okay. Not super good. And if I can get initiative from Guy and Kithri as well. All right. So, let me organize this into descending. Taalib is bristling. She is roaring, wings outstretched. We start with Kithri. Kithri, you hear a dragon roaring in the back.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at Melissa and Rumble Snarl and just be like, is that normal?
Rumble Snarl goes, no, there must be trouble.
Okay. So I'm not sure which way is where's the
If you go through the kitchen this way,
oh, I can't see the door there.
there's an exit to the back. Oh,
Okay. So
there we go.
Oh no, my screen.
Oh, sorry.
I can't tell how far. Hold on. Nope. How do I measure? Oh dear. I can't
If you
see.
pick it up and press Q, should.
So I'll move 20 there.
Okay.
Right. All right. That's my movement. And I'm going to use my action just to double movement since I'm still inside.
Very well.
Let's make to the door. Oh, hey, look. There's stuff out here.
You see the
Run out.
they appear to be whites of some sort.
Awesome. Yep, and that's my turn.
Okie dokie. Next up is Taalib. Taalib runs, just stomps forward, claws digging into the dirt. And she unleashes her poisonous breath. All over these guys. And then after this thick green cloud clears around them, they just kind of look smugly. Oh, it would appear that you use poison. That's not good for you. Next is Alabaster Stern. And he rides up and attacks Taalib. If I select the right token. There we go. And hits Taalib for quite a bit of damage. Cuts in, slashes through the thick dragon scales, and kind of cackles maniacally. And then deals some more necrotic damage. And then Rumble Snarl makes a run for it. Redann behind you, Rumble Snarl leaps out of a window and onto the ground. And that's his whole turn. And now it's your go.
Okay, I am going to pull out my stone and say, Penn, we're under attack. I will activate my stone form tattoo.
Okay.
And then I am running to here.
All right.
And 2 attacks or 1 attack? I guess it's a matter of is using the stone a free action or not.
I believe it would be a bonus action.
Okay, so 1 attack then.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, and if I'm gonna try to do something here. I'm gonna try to call the shot, hit the skeleton's the mount back leg to try to knock the rider off.
Okie dokie. You can definitely go after the mount, and let's see how you do.
Okay, so where am I doing here?
All right. So this is almost a bit comical. You move in, stone form engaged, and swing at this skeletal mount with Duke Kargath's flaming fist. And this skeletal horse shatters to pieces under your impact and is scattered around the floor, leaving Alabaster to collapse to the ground.
I'm imagining this like a wily coyote, just like blink, blink.
Yeah. He just like sits there for a little bit, holding the reins, and then, and he is upset, to say the least. All right, next up is William. William moves over here, try and get between Alabaster and Taalib, and makes an attack. And he doesn't quite find with that one, kind of glances off Alabaster's armor as he grips his longsword in two hands. All right. Guy, you're on your way back.
3, 4, 5, 6. I run because I hear it's behind the building, right? I can hear the
Oh yeah, you
noises,
can hear
basically.
like combat sounds.
I can get to here, and I can just see some green ass sticking out from behind the building. So I have to keep going.
All right.
3, 4, 5, 6. Run over there by the rock, and yeah. Other than that, I just look over and just start preparing for battle. That's it. I guess I crouch down beside the rock. But that's
All
it.
right.
I'm out.
Next up, Snow. You will pay. This is not the realm of the living anymore. And he moves up on you, Redann. And he swings at you with his longsword.
So AC is 19 right now, so that'll hit.
Okay. That is 23 damage. 11 slashing and 12 necrotic. And then next up, we're back up to Miss Tea Leaf.
Yay! Well, seeing what Redann did, I'm going to cast Axe with my bonus action. Come on. Come on. Sorry. Just trying to...
That's all right.
Did it cast? Yeah.
All right.
On the war horse.
Okay.
Yell out, hey, big skeletal thing!
All right. Well, I mean, I believe it's a wisdom save against Hex.
It is.
I always forget.
Sorry. I don't. It's. Everything's in a different place over on Roll20. Let me just look,
Oh yeah.
look at it. in my notes.
It's all over. Oh, whoops! I hit it again.
Yeah, it must be wisdom.
One bonus action. Its target is 0 hit points. Looks like you just place it.
Yeah, I think it just
Yeah,
happened.
it just happens. Okay, never mind.
Oh, Hex.
I always forget
Yeah,
this.
Hex is. Yeah.
And I'm going to close with it here.
Alright.
And seeing what Redann did before, I'm going to strike at the horse with my duelist companion.
Okie dokie. Bring that heat.
There's the first strike.
Yeah.
Is it still standing?
It is wobbling on its bony legs.
All right, so I'll strike one leg, still seeing it standing there. I'll kind of on the backswing go to take out the other leg.
Okay, and it collapses and Snow falls to the ground.
Cool. All right, and that is my turn.
Cinnamon! Cinnamon, no! It's Talem's turn. And Talem is upset. Especially since these guys don't seem to be affected by her poison damage. And she stubbornly moves around William and comes after this one. And does 2 claw attacks. First one hits. Second one hits. And then she closes her dragon jaws around. Oh my god, Talem. Okay then.
So what I'm hearing is I can finish my games of dots and boxes with Xellos.
Well, look, he doesn't take any of the poison damage, but he does take 40 damage as he is savaged by this dragon, but he's still standing, and Alabaster's pissed. You'll pay for that, you scaly beast. I'll take it out of your friends' lives. And he reaches out, try and place a hand on Redann. 18. Just barely.
Just freaking barely.
It just like comes past, and you can see it smoldering with necrotic energy.
I was regretting not raging, but now I'm happy, so works out.
He didn't grab you, but then he comes in with the other hand and tries to swipe you with his longsword. That's a 21. So that one does find, and Redann is slightly wounded. Just slightly. But it's okay, because Rumble Snarl's here. And he runs in. You guys are quickly surrounding this gentleman. Rumble Snarl charges in, spear in hand. Or sorry, glaive. And immediately runs in with a vicious attack. And misses completely, because he's Rumble Snarl. And really, what'd you expect? And now it's Redann's turn.
Bonus action, I would like to rage.
Okay.
How do I do that in D&D Beyond? I saw that.
You just put a marker down for it, and then we've got to like add the extra bonus to it now.
Okay. As an action, I would like to disengage from that gentleman.
Okay.
And slide over here.
Okay.
And then I would like to attack. Why aren't you going?
All right, there we go. Are you attacking Snow?
Correct.
All right. So Snow, having just fallen to the ground and turned around to look menacingly at Kithri, is whacked upside the back of the head with a flaming geode. Meddlesome barbarian.
And that's all I got.
All right. William goes in, lighting up his blade with a holy light, and tries to carve into Alabaster. He can't quite get a hit on him. I guess he needs more training. All right. Next up is Guy.
Out from behind the rock. 2, 3, 4, 5. Right to the corner there. Seems like a good spot. He walks up and just rips one of the stars off of his chest and slaps his hands together and goes, guess what? Guess what, mon ami? I can share. And 4 of them towards Snow and 3 of them towards Alabaster.
Okie dokie.
And I think
that's 44 plus 1.
Oh, why did it only roll 1?
Oh, it only rolls them 1 at a time. That's the
okay. Well, we can
that's
that
the other part of that.
2. That's the second one.
So that's 5.
That's the third one.
5.
That's the fourth one. See, I'm in D&D Beyond, so I can't see what I'm rolling.
That's okay. You're doing really good.
That's the first one. The rest of them, it's what, 3 more? Because it's level 5 plus 4 plus 3, 7. So yeah, 3 on the other one. So 1, 2, and 3.
All right. And that one's not as good, but still pretty good.
You did 19 to 1 and 11 on the other.
30 out of that. That's nice. I'll take that.
These guys are still standing.
74.
Yeah. They're getting savaged by you guys, but they're still managing to stay on their feet.
That's it for me.
All right. So Snow, being surrounded now, immediately goes into a kind of combat-ready stance. He puts his sword out to one side and his hand glows with necrotic energy to the other. He reaches out and attempts to grasp poor Kithri with his necrotic hand.
Counterspell?
It is an ability.
Oh, it's not a. Never mind. It's not a spell.
No.
Yep.
Okay, never mind.
We'll hit.
Okay, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right. Constitution saving throw.
I also have Sentinel, and I would like to attack him for not attacking me.
Okie dokie. However, his attack consists of 2 to 3 actions.
Pretty sure as long as something is directed away from me,
Okay.
I get
Well,
to.
I'll let you swing at him anyway. We'll go.
Yeah, afterwards.
Official
reaction,
DM
right?
ruling.
So you
You
get
can
one,
get a
right? I
hit
think.
on him. All right. So that is 15 necrotic damage, and your max hit points are reduced by 15
Okay.
for a
I
little
guess we know
while
what
as
Redann took as a feat at level 8.
he drains some life. And doesn't look like he gets healed. Okay, we're good. So he then reaches out with his sword and attempts to stab a Redann, but he fails miserably at that swing. And it's time for Kithri's retaliation.
Cool. I'm gonna look at him and go, "You, sir, have made a horrible choice," and I will shift my hex over to him. And then, I will swing at him twice with Duelist Companion.
Okie dokie.
And I don't think it's actually rule. I need to add the hex if it hits.
Yeah.
So first
Okay, the
one's
first one's a
14.
miss.
All right. And second one.
Second one is a big hit.
All right. And then
Ow.
plus 6 necrotic
yeah.
as well.
There we go.
24 points.
Okay. So that's another 18.
Did
And
that 20 Sentinel hit?
yes, it did. So what happens is you guys, like Kithri's Duelist Companion comes in from one side and Kargath's Flaming Fist comes in from the other side, and it's just like a sandwich of damage.
Fire on both sides.
Yeah, he's crying out in pain as he's being seared on both ends here, like a burger in a George Foreman grill. All right, now then.
That's my turn.
Okie dokie. Oh, whoops. That wasn't what I wanted to do. Okay, we'll go there. All right, next up, Taalib. Taalib is going to continue to shred this white. Nope.
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 Oh,
God, Taalib. That's better.
Oh, they're finally.
You were way better last round. So he manages to dodge the 2 claws, but he gets caught by those massive clamping dragon jaws. Still not affected by the poison damage.
It just felt like a fox jumping into the snow. Poof. Crunch. Got it.
All right, and Alabaster takes 2 longsword swings at poor Rumble Snarl and hits with both of them. And Rumble Snarl takes a ton of damage.
35 points. Oh.
Rumble Snarl is grievously wounded.
Don't worry, you'll be with Daryl and Daryl soon.
You'll be all right. It's cool. And then he attempts to reprisal with his glaive.
Yeah.
And he just barely misses that one. And then he tries to go in for a bite. And he misses with that one too.
Mm-hmm.
Par for the course for Rumble Snarl. All right. Back to Redann.
I am going to go reckless.
Okay.
And take 2 attacks, trying to just knock this guy apart.
Okie dokie. Give me those swings. That'll do.
Okay.
Those will both do.
I'm just going to roll 2 more just in case, because they would be reckless. You never know. No.
All right. Cool.
So 19 damage. And what was that? 21.
19 and 21. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So 30 damage. This guy is
19
wobbling.
and 21's 40.
Oh, 40. Right. My bad. He's wobbling even more. Math is hard. All right. He's still kicking just barely, but you like massive chunks of rotten flesh are just seared off of him at this point.
Come on, Kithri, finish him.
I'll try.
William comes in, grips his sword tightly. Oh, no, that's the wrong dice. There we go. Oh, jeez. William, I was really hoping for you to do some cool things in this combat.
Oh boy, poor kid.
Sure, his name's not Will, right?
Gee, you're up.
Let's try this the other way around. And 4 to 3 to Snow and 4 to Alabaster this time.
All right.
So the 3 to Snow.
4, 5, and 5.
And then the other 4 the other way.
All right.
You are rolling a statistically improbable amount of 4s and 5s.
It's because I'm not watching.
He's doing very well.
So yeah, red and orange are now gone. I've still got 2 down that side and 3 down this side.
Okay.
Have you guys seen the light yet?
10, 18, 20. Oof. All right, then. So, yeah, more magic missiles, just magic measles bombarding these guys from all sides.
They start
just
swelling up.
ravaging
It's magic
them.
measles. Ugh.
Both barely clinging to life. And
That's it for me. I'm staying here.
Yeah. Then we go to Snow, who tries desperately to attack both sides. First, Redann. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And then makes a long sword swing for Kithri.
Oh,
God.
Dear.
yeah, okay.
Uh,
I was going to try and use Anthropic Ward, but that feels cheating now. I just didn't get in fast enough.
Don't you use it if it's on a hit?
Isn't it a
It's-
reaction?
It's a reaction. It says when a creature makes an attack roll against you, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on that roll.
Yeah, let's do it.
And then if it misses, okay.
Let's disadvantage it.
Please.
All right, let's see what the second one is. Woof. Wait, where's my buttons? There's my button. Long sword, one hand. Okay, so the disadvantage is not a crit.
Considerably less damage.
So let's
All
go
right,
with
so I
the
don't
not
get
a crit.
advantage, but it's at least not as bad.
From 38 down to 19.
Yeah.
Literally halved the damage.
Okay.
And I'm hitting for that looks like 20 damage.
Okay. This guy could be knocked over with a feather at this point as we go into Kithri's turn.
Cool. I'm gonna take use my bonus action to second wind that.
Okay.
So 1d10 plus 1. Take a moment to go. Oh, that hurt. So that's 7 I get back, and then I will say, okay, feeling better. Stab.
All right. You see that juice? All right. He is destroyed. Kithri, what is your rad finishing move that you use on this dude?
I just get the sword like right under the skull and pop the skull off.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, yeah.
You dig in right under the chin. He's like, "Who even are you?" Click.
E3-2.
And everything collapses to the ground.
Cool.
Falls down
And
dead.
then I will use my movement to go help William out. I'm coming, buddy.
All right.
Technically, I still have a second attack, but I don't know if I can split those.
You can split them between targets.
Okay. Then
Yeah, you don't have to attack the same thing.
Yeah, I'll attack that guy.
Yeah, give him a hit.
Roll. Okay.
Bring that juice.
Roll.
That
Oh,
will
yeah.
do it. Ooh. Another hard hit. Q3's back, y'all. Okay. Heavy damage. And he's like, "No! Snow!" You cut into him. And now it's Taalib's turn. And she's going to dine on some more white. Nope. 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 Never mind. Alabaster attempts to go after William now, because he's kind of feeling like maybe this knoll isn't as big of a threat as he initially thought. Oh.
40 points. You're consistent.
William is grievously wounded.
Like unconscious wounded?
No, he's still standing, but he blood. A lot of blood is flowing. And he kind of drops to one knee on the second slash as it digs in and hits something vital. And at this point, you hear a scream come from inside the tavern. And a ray of flaming light shoots from the broken window. If I could just get it to go off. Hang on.
Come
There we
on,
go.
API script. Do your thing.
There we go. And comes after him. And burns him for 11 fire damage. As you guys can see, Melissa looking out from the window. All right. But this guy is still kicking. He refuses to go down. But Rumble Snarl's going to do it. The Great Hope. Rumble Snarl comes in. Glaive Swing. Nope. Bite. He bites him.
Seem to be doing well.
Now, this is starting to feel like an escort quest where, you know, you get attacked and the NPC is just like punching and there's nothing happening.
Yeah, right. This is an ongoing thing. Well, these guys are pretty tough. They got a lot of HP. All right. Now we're back up to Redann again. Rumble Snarl, like, you know, does that dog thing when a dog like fully eats something that they don't like, and they're like trying to push it desperately out of their mouth with their tongue.
If you will allow me, I will stand right here, crouch down really low, and unleash all 3 charges of Ring of the Ram right into this guy's skeletal crotch.
Okie dokie.
Did you really just say skeletal crotch?
I did.
I love you.
Okay, we get here. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, are you kidding me?
That's statistically impossible. Oh no, wait, that's your roll for charges.
Oh shit, you're so right.
I'm like 1d3. What are you talking about?
It's still really, that's still
Well, I mean 1 in 3.
1 in 27.
Oh,
That
that's
looks more like
okay.
numbers.
Oh. Yeah, those are attacks.
Yep.
Hey, we have bone meal now.
All right. So you hammer
the AC
him,
was quite high,
and
so.
it is 3d10s? Or no, 60 10s.
60-10, I believe.
Okay, let me just do this in the advanced dice roller.
Okay, I appreciate that.
All right, let's roll. That's a d6. Let's roll 6d10. All right. So you engage the ring of the ram, and you charge in, and it's and like rotten undead pieces scatter across the land.
Got him right where it counts.
And
So
they are
that window that
defeated.
blew out's like over here somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's over right here. Oop.
And with that, I will run over and check and see if Melissa's okay.
Gonna step into William and just pull out my restorative ointment and kind of just be like, "Hey, buddy, here you go," and start just rubbing, using one of the charges for that.
He happily accepts it, and Talem's right in close, watching everything that's going on.
All right, so that's 13 hit points.
Okie dokie. William is healed up a bit. Melissa is looking furious, angry, helpless, staring out of this broken window. Her hands are still smoldering from the fiery ray that she launched at this undead. And she's kind of supporting herself up on the windowsill. She doesn't have her walking stick at the moment.
If she will step back slightly, I'm going to climb through the window and just gently try to take her hands to steady her. You did really good.
She accepts
And
her.
as you do so, I walk up, put my hand on you, and you get 8 hit points back.
That is very helpful.
Yeah, can't have you bleeding all over, Melissa.
Would I have been able to find my way there, like, by the time this happened, or did I? Because I didn't know where it was, so I don't know if I actually would have been able to.
It's funny that you should mention that. Because while you guys take care of this situation, meanwhile, back at the academy, Penn Wright, standing by the tower with Xellos, just kind of wasting time. Xellos says, "We're being hunted."
Are you saying that just because I'm about to beat you in dots and boxes, or?
No. I'm saying that because we are being surrounded by ghouls.
I guess I'm looking around.
You start to see ghouls emerging from the ruins and coming up on you guys.
Oh, that's convenient.
Time
Can you
to
fight?
Time to see what magic Xellos doesn't have.
How are you in a fight?
I mean, I'm great. I'm magic. I don't know what you do though.
I don't suppose you'll give me a weapon.
Do I even have a spare weapon? How are you with a staff?
I'll make do.
And I guess I'll just hand him the snake staff that I don't ever use that Richard gave me.
Okay.
And yeah, that's of the pie. No, that's of the cobra. So, which I think you can just use as a regular staff. Also, and I'm like to him, do you want to fight? And I'm assuming around this time, or I guess I'd get it. When would I have received Redann's like message? Would it be mid-fight, or would it be like as this is starting?
You'll get it shortly.
Okay, then yeah, I'll ask him. I'll be like, also, if you don't want to fight, I can just get us away from the situation.
How far away?
And I look up. I could probably at least get us on top of the mage tower.
I don't know how long that will hold us. Ghouls tend to be able to climb.
Oh, I knew that. I know undead stuff. It's fine, fight it is, and I guess I'll pull out my staff and get ready for that.
It's just 4 of them. We should be able to take them, no problem.
Yeah.
Look out for their claws. I'll keep them off of you as much as I can. They can't hurt me.
I can't hurt you. Interesting. Okay. And then, yeah, I guess...
Well, they can't kill me.
That is different.
All right. Sky, initiative.
That...
Or Penn, initiative. Who's Sky? I don't know.
Who is Sky? I thought I clicked on the turn order. My apologies. It's a 19.
That's okay. I can add you. Doot. Doot.
You got the perfect number on that initiative roll.
You really
Right.
did. All right. Top of the round.
Okay, so I guess to kick things off, I'm going to run by, or actually, I'm going to stick by him. I'm going to stay back to back, but I'm going to cast. Gotta find it because I think this is the first time I've cast anything on this spell, on this thing. I'm going to cast tentacle spell that I can never remember the name of. Evard's Black Tentacles, and I'm going to center it right here.
Okay.
So it gets both of them. Oh, it did not put the description in there.
That gives you, it creates a zone. Acid, darkness, cold.
Actually, well, this one just here. I'll just do this.
Oh, right, this is a good one. There we go. Squirming
20-foot
ebony
square.
tentacles. 20-foot
And
square.
They have to make a dex saving throw, where they take 3d6 and they're restrained until the spell
How long
ends.
does it last?
I want to say that it's a concentration. Let me verify.
Oof.
Yep, concentration up to a minute.
Well, the one ghoul nimbly sidesteps these tentacles, and the other is completely trapped.
All right, and then 13 bludgeoning for
All
the
right.
one that got trapped.
Very well.
And
he's
think
restrained.
that's it. Yeah, I think that's it for me.
Okie dokie. Xellos kind of turns to you and says, "Not much of an opener."
Well,
And then he charges forward with the staff. And he lets out this like screaming war cry. He's like, "Ah!" And smashes into this ghoul with his staff. And he smashes it into the face so hard it does a backflip.
What? That's where I'm at right now.
All right. And how much damage is a staff? It's like 1d10 if I don't.
D6 or a D8? Oh, is it?
I don't know. Let's go
I
with
thought
the
it was only a
D8.
D4. We should probably look that up.
Let's go with
Well, I
D8.
have other stabs, so let me. It is
All right.
1d6 bludgeoning.
Oh, 1d6. Well, we'll say he got a d8 this time because he used 2 hands.
Fair enough.
All right. So he swings in with that, and a pile of ichor flies out of the face of this ghoul, and it flips onto the ground. And then it's ghoul time. This one runs up on you and tries to swing at you with its claws, and immediately gets a critical hit, and Penn dies.
I'm fine.
Okay. So that's 15 slashing damage. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no. All
I
right.
need you to make it. You made it. You're
Oh.
okay.
Whew.
Penneth Wright is not paralyzed today. That ghoul is restrained. He doesn't get to go anywhere. Ghoul 4 runs up on Xellos, tries to get his claws into him, misses. And then Ghoul 2 tries to get his claws into him and hits. Xellos just barely avoids being paralyzed. All right. That's Penn's turn again.
Jeez, this is quick. This is a lot. This is very different. All right. So I am going to... Oh, man. I'm going to step 1, still staying in his area, and I am going to use the Staff of Frost to cast Cone of Cold, which is down here somewhere. Which I will go ahead and copy and paste just in case. Or did it? No, I did. That's fine.
All right. Well, it's a cone. It's a 60-foot cone. That gets both of them.
That's a big cone.
That's a big cone. All right. They got to make a 15 Constitution save. Let's see if they can do it. Nope. They are both shattered. They freeze solid and break into just a million pieces onto the ground of frozen flesh.
I'm more of a closer. And yeah, that's all I can do for this turn, so I'll go help him after that.
And he kind of laughs maniacally as he's like swinging the staff around at these two ghouls, and he says, "Ah, so you are."
Oh God, should I not have given him a stick?
And he comes in for another swing. Oh, rocks this ghoul. And brings the staff down on its head, shattering its skull. And now there's only one left. X. No, just delete these. Boop. 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 Final ghoul goes in to try and claw Xellos up. Hits him. He kind of grunts in pain, but he's felt worse. And then he makes his Constitution save. And he's just fine. Penn.
I was muted, sorry. I'm going to move over here, and then, you know, I'm real happy to have my patron back, so I'm going to go with an oldie but a goodie with Eldritch Blast.
Okie dokie.
Which, how do I... Actually, how do I roll this in this? There it is. Okay. Will that roll both of them, or do I have to roll it individually?
You got to roll them individually.
Okay.
All right, well, first one is a hit.
Yay.
For 3 force damage.
And boop.
Second one is a hit for 7 force damage.
Woo. All right. And yeah, that I'll pop that off as I'm running, and then I guess I'll continue and just move maybe over here, so I'm actually close after that. That should be the rest of my movement. I'm good.
The ghoul seems to dodge Xellos' attack, and then it attempts to grab you with its claws. Nope. Your turn again.
Okay. Oh, dang it. Why did I get this close to? Well, it's fine. I'll just beat it to death. I'll get on the beat it with the staff team.
Okay.
Oh, that's not what I thought that would do.
No, that was the description.
It has... Why did it put the... All right.
If you go under actions, it should have it as a...
There we go. Well, no, it looks like the same thing. Here, I'll try clicking the same thing again and see if that does something different. Nope.
Nope. Okay. Well then.
I can just roll... it's 1d6. Let's just do that.
If you go into attacks, the attacks column, and click not the name of it, but the little weapon beside it.
Little weapon. Oh. Nope.
Nope. It's still the same thing.
Yeah, anywhere I click on it, even when I tried to click on the actual bludgeoning damage, it still seems to be doing that. So what
weird.
is it to its hit is a +3? Well, no, it's magic. So
Here, let me help you.
thank you. I forgot I can't use magic up close.
Says you have it equipped, but it doesn't. I guess you don't hit people with the staff of frost. Maybe I don't know.
But it has
Apparently, yeah, it
listed as a
doesn't look like it's
1d6
got-
bludgeoning. That's why,
Yeah.
and when I click on that, it just gives the whole thing.
That's weird. All right, well, you rolled a 7 plus 3.
Oof, that's probably not enough.
No, not quite enough for these guys. Although they don't have remarkable AC. You and Xellos are trying your best to beat this guy to death with your staffs, and it's not working out. All right, Xellos goes in for his. Woof. Nope. Ghoul. Claws for Penn. Nope. Penn.
Is this really how this is gonna go?
I don't know.
It's like
What
the
else you
slap
got?
fight outside a bar. Just
Right. All right. So let's do a d20. Oh, I can't hit him.
You can't hit him. It's okay. Xellos is going to end this right now. There we go.
Thank God.
Knocks it to the ground and destroys it with his staff. Probably. No, it's still barely kicking, but we'll say he kills it for now. So he trips it up, smashes the skull in. And then you get the message from Redann that they are under attack.
Oh no. And I'll pull out the stone and I'll just be like, I'm coming, and I will tell Xellos, I'll be like, stay with my patron.
Oh, of course. I won't go anywhere.
And I guess, yeah, with awakened mind, and if I have to run a little closer to the house, I will specifically be like, watch him. He's the reason that everything was destroyed. And then I'll run and pull the levers and whatever and get back to the prime, I guess.
All right. And you make your way back to the tavern. Or, well, you make your way to go meet up with everyone else.
Yeah, I assume there's some like, where are you? I don't know where you are.
We'll cut through it and say Redann gives you directions.
Got it.
So, as we get back, now that everything is calmed down and everyone's relaxed and healing is spread around, things are calming down. William is laying down in his bed. Taalib is kind of watching through the window. Rumble Snarl is nursing his wounds and having some food at the bar.
I'm checking on Melissa, checking on William, and then I'm taking a friggin' nap.
Very well.
I'm searching the bodies of the whites and their horses. See if I can find anything useful.
Yeah, I'll help William inside and then go up to Melissa and say, have these kinds of undead attacked before?
There are a few of them roving around in the lands these days.
Are they leftovers from Blackwind's army?
Yes. When Blackwind was defeated, some of them just collapsed. There were others that continued, though. The ones that come aren't often that strong.
Well, that's good to hear. William seemed to be doing his darndest to make sure to protect you all, and
Yes.
you certainly helped.
We've slain more than a few. It's the ones with the mechanical parts that are the worst.
Mechanical parts.
Yes. There are some of them that are part Warforged, part undead. They were the ones that attacked the keep.
Yeah,
Those ones are very strong.
We ran into some Warforged that Xellos was making, but they weren't necessarily undead.
Well, we knew about the Warforged he was making, but after he teamed up with Blackwind, he merged the two. The creatures that came out of that were horrific.
Yeah, no fun.
There was also a special kind of them. We only met them during the attack. They had this green fluid moving through them. They were incredibly powerful, vicious.
I'm trying to remember if what color the stuff in the ones we found.
I was just thinking that too. Wasn't it we hadn't found where they were getting the energy source from, but we knew it was like undead or something along those lines? We just never put two and two together, apparently.
Yeah, it was
Black goo
purple
in
and it was
ours.
like a used up soul. Also, did I make it back to them like as a whole now, or?
Yeah, as this is happening, you make it back.
There was a crystal with like some purple black goo and the kind that we ran into.
Maybe he found something better
Yeah.
in this world. If I ever saw him, I would have some words.
Saw Blackwind or Xellos?
Both of them.
Understandable.
Before that, I would have been able to take those goons no problem. But now, I have to depend on William to do all the fighting.
Well, you certainly contributed, and there are ways to work around. You seem to be definitely helping take care of him as well.
Yes.
It just probably takes a bit of adjusting.
I suppose you're right. Still, for every wound he takes, I feel it in my heart. It should have been me.
Well, then who would take care of William?
I suppose that's true.
I think you're exactly where you need to be.
Right. Well, I thank you all for your help. I shudder to think what would have happened if you weren't around.
Yeah, a lot of right time, right place.
And at this point, Penn kind of stumbles into the room.
Hey, where's your buddy?
Is everything okay? Like, I ran as fast as I could. I didn't really.
Oh yeah, we took care of it. Where's your pal?
I left him with my patron to watch him.
Just sitting there, or like sitting there?
I mean, I told my patron to watch him, and he's more than capable of keeping him contained. We actually had to fight. Have you seen it? My patron dissected a dude one time, like before our very eyes, in like snap. But we were actually ambushed by ghouls. He helped me fight them off.
Huh, that seems odd timing.
Yeah, what exactly happened here?
Just some like skeleton guys riding skeleton horses. Attacked. Just 2.
I want to be excited, but everything's a little too serious. I'm glad y'all dealt with it. Does anybody need, like, is anybody roughed up? Anybody hurt?
Redann's taking a nap, and I'm a little. And I just like point to the arm that the guy grabbed me, which I'm assuming is looking a little like shriveled.
Yeah, it's a little shriveled up a little bit. It's a little decayed.
Ooh, that's not good. I mean, I can't heal that with conventional means, but like I might be able to get handy to, like, you know, suck the necrosis out if you'd like me to try.
Well, I think maybe we should go check on our pal that you left.
Okay, we can. Do you want a couple of people? Like, do you want someone to stay here with Redann, or do you want me and you to go, or what?
Yeah, I think buddy system.
Okay. Well, Kithri, do one of y'all want to stay with Redann, or do you want me to? Like, I'd prefer to go.
I'm out in the yard with the corpses, so I don't know where you guys are having this conversation, whether I would have heard it or not.
Yeah, we were inside.
I assume, he came in the front door, right? Because he wouldn't even have seen the battle yet, because it all happened behind the house.
So yeah, there's I guess a call out the window. Or actually, no, I'm talking to Kithri, so I'll see what she says first. Sorry.
I mean, I can come with you and just let Mickey know to keep an eye on things here with Redann.
Okay. Oh boy, I just remembered that I gave him a staff, so yeah, I might need to get that back from him. We had to fight. I was alone. I tried. It's fine. It's just the snake
homicidal maniac a weapon.
It's just the lesser.
And then after seeing what he could do with it, he let him keep it.
I was worried about y'all.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go like stick my head out of the window out back and just to be like, hey, Penn and I are gonna we'll be right back. You stay here with Redann. Call us on the sending stone if anything happens. Bye.
Yeah, for sure.
So, while you guys head on that, Guy, I want you to give me an investigation check on these bodies.
Absolutely. Meh.
It's decent. So you notice one of the two things. You notice that in this pile of bones and rotten flesh and armor, you do find their long swords. What you do find is actually in some sections of this broken up, there's this glowing green fluid leaking out of a section of the spine.
Well, the dagger comes out, and all future investigations are being done with the tip of the dagger. I'm not touching these guys anymore. Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's a vivisection is going to occur if nobody stops me. These guys are coming apart. I need to know what they're made of.
Very well. Are you putting the dagger to the fluid?
I want to cut. You said it's coming out of the spine?
Yeah, like there's a section of the spine open, and it's just, you can see like between the vertebrae, it's just kind of leaking out.
Okay, so I'll cut it in a different place, like up at the top of the spine then, if the damage is down at the bottom. Cut at the top of the spine and sort of peel the skin back and see what I can see.
Okay. As you cut at the top and peel it back, you can see like along the lower sections, this bright green goo is leaking out. And as you take a closer look at it, where it is most concentrated, the bone appears to be turning to steel.
Now that, mon ami, is very interesting, eh? And if it works like that, why don't they wait until it's done? Surely a steel skeleton is harder to break than one made of shitty old bones, eh? I talk to the barbarian. He knows about smashing things. Hey, Redann! And turn around and head back into the house.
So
I wasn't sure if you were going to cut away or not. I was just pausing.
oh no, you can go back and talk to Redann.
Okay. Yeah.
Meanwhile, back at Avalon Knights Academy, Lord Xellos. Penn is like, please don't be bad. Please don't be bad.
I was literally saying, please say it and fuck up. Please say it and fuck up.
He is leaning over the remains of the ghouls. And he has grabbed a sharp piece of pottery and is carving off the skin and examining them. The corruption is spreading. Slower than I anticipated, but still.
Are we here for this?
No.
Okay, just making
It's
sure.
just him on his own. And then you guys arrive. And by now he has covered up his examination of the ghoul, and he's just over at the riverside washing his hands. Part of me expected you not to come back.
Oh, we weren't just gonna leave you sitting there.
With my stick that I definitely need back.
Oh, right. How rude of me. And he walks over, takes the staff in both hands, and there's the question as he walks up to you with it, with his grip, is like, is he going to give it to me or is he going to hit me with it? And the tension is there. And then he just smiles, almost kind of a gotcha smile as he hands it back to you.
Yay! Put that back.
You didn't think I was going to hurt you, did you, Penathan?
You've already hurt one of me.
That's fair. But that was practically a lifetime ago.
Right. And in Awakened Mind, I'll tell Kithri. I was setting up 2 contingency plans. Well, one plan and a contingency plan. One that if everything went bad, we could erase his memory. And 2, I shook his hand saying I'd help him find Owen Stone with y'all's approval if he agrees to not be a terrible, horrible person anymore.
I'll reply back and awaken mine. Well, I think number 2, both sound good.
Right? And I'll just keep the memory one on hand in case we need it. My patron's working on it now, and that'll just be last resort.
And the ground shakes. Abruptly and violently. Those of you back in the tavern feel it, and those of you down at the academy feel it.
What was that? Doesn't normally happen. Does that normally happen in this world?
That's interesting.
Can you elaborate?
Well, these earthquakes started to happen the moment people started moving between worlds.
more reason we should go home. Okay.
We have to figure out
I'm
how
going
to
to
get
like
home.
kind of stretch and spin in a circle and just kind of look around and see if there's anything obviously like out of place or messed with.
Anything's odd.
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to do an investigation check and let's see if you notice what he was looking for.
All right.
Oh. One of the ghouls looks like it has been, I mean, with rough tools, but kind of surgically taken apart. And then kind of hastily thrown back together in a jumble.
Penn, did you happen to see if these ghouls had anything on them that might be useful?
No, I got y'all's message as soon as we were done fighting, so I rushed to y'all. I don't even know why they were here.
I'm just gonna walk over to them and like start kicking it with my foot a little bit, like turning stuff over. Trying to look like I'm like looking for things.
It's just like, oh, I wonder if there's any loot in here.
Yeah, there's definitely a like, well, ghouls don't generally have like, you know, and trailing off.
No.
There's like
the
raised eyebrows. As you kick it around, one of the shriveled organs kind of topples over and oozes out some of this brightly glowing green goo.
Hey, Penn, do you happen to have a vial or anything?
I always have a vial, and there's like something I pull out of my bag.
I bet your patron would be interested in this. And I'll kind of like pull out a dagger and like point towards the green ooze with the dagger.
And there's like this moment of thought, and I'm like, and I'll get a vial and I'll hand the vial to Kithri, and then with my book, like when you take a paper towel to pick something up, I will close it around this organ and be like, well, normally it would just absorb, but I guess I'll be right back. And I'll just walk over with it and take it to him.
What's Xellos? How does he look?
He's watching this all intently.
I just
kind of like raising eyebrows at you guys' actions.
Huh. Wonder if this is another difference between our two worlds, that, you know, ghouls have green ooze.
Perhaps. Have you ever encountered such a thing in your world?
No. Haven't run into a ton of ghouls, though, so it could be something, and I just haven't run into that kind of ghoul.
Mostly remnants left behind from the defeat of Blackwind.
That makes sense.
Some of them didn't stop operating once he was defeated. I think, personally, I believe that may be my own failing for not killing him and just locking him away instead.
Oh, so, you know, he's still up and going, so they still have that energy.
Yes. I thought perhaps confining him to that orb might limit his power to animate the dead, but apparently it sticks with them.
So why would
Most
you
of them,
want
anyways.
to stop his animated dead if you guys were working together?
Well, he had become unruly, uncontrollable. So after you, well, not you, but you know what I mean. After you did your attack, I took advantage of his weakened state and sealed him away. He was still useful, of course. He told me many things about the operation of the Mage Tower, and I could also utilize him to control some of my more diabolical creations.
What did Owen Stone think of Blackwind?
Owen thought it was a bad idea. Owen thought that Blackwind was too unpredictable. he also had concerns about the merging of projects. In the end, I believe he was right, and I wish I had taken his counsel to heart.
Well, I can't say I disagree.
Yes.
Hey, Penn!
Yeah, I gave him the organ, and he helped me. He cleaned the goo out of my book. It was really nice.
So I want to go to you giving him the organ.
Oh, let's go for it.
So very interested the moment you bring it in. What have you brought me, Tomekeeper? Oh, sorry, interim Tomekeeper.
Right? I kind of feel like a temp, but here, and I normally it would have absorbed into the book, but it didn't. So if you could,
It's fine.
help me. Yeah, and I'll just
And
drop
he,
it.
like a science table comes up, and it's like pinned down, dissected, and then cataloged in an instant.
We don't have anything like that where I'm from, as far as I know. And scrubbing my book.
And he says, Tomekeeper, may I borrow your tome for just a moment?
Oh, please. I can't seem to get that one stain out.
Not my primary concern, but thank you. And he checks your materials against his, and he says, but you have encountered this in your world. Something different, but the same. Portions of that organ were turning to steel.
And, just his face drops, just oh. Are you weird about that, too? Are you going to go weird on me? Don't go weird on me.
Well, I do not have it in my possession, but I see that your books make reference to something known as the Manual of Phyrexia.
I would... and I am at a loss for words, because I can't lie.
And your archivist says that this Manual of Phyrexia contains details on merging metal and flesh.
What? That surely, if such a thing did exist, it would not be good, and it would be corrupting and
Absolutely, it would be. Were it in my possession, I would likely desire it greatly, and you would have to stop me from having it.
See, you get it. So I don't know where it is anymore. But
you don't know where yours is.
Oh no. I kind of assumed that was because it came from a different place in time or universe. So I kind of thought it was a one-time thing. I didn't assume there was a bunch of them.
Perhaps. Or perhaps someone is seeding them into different worlds. And if they are seeding them, we must ask ourselves what they want to achieve with that.
To take over organic life with non-organic life, or a mixture of the two?
Perhaps we need to know more about who sent these books. I think perhaps you should find the one from this world.
All right. Well, last time I tried to pick it up, it was whispering things to me, and it wasn't fun.
Okay, that's fair.
So I don't know, even if we did get it, you would probably be corrupted by it, and I would almost at least be corrupted by it. And I don't... How do
we protect against this?
These are good questions, because I really don't know. How do you keep yourself from being corrupted by knowledge when you want the knowledge, but you don't want...
There are magical items that can contain act as containers that kind of block the abilities of objects. Perhaps you can find one of those and use that to transport the book.
So, like, I assume because he pulled up his lab table, he has one of those like boxes with the gloves through it where you like touch something. I was like, so like one of those, but like made out of clear lead.
Yes. Globes, orbs, all manner of that kind of thing. Perhaps Xellos knows where to find one.
Of course he would. All right.
And in the middle of your conversation, the ground shakes again. A new book appears on the shelf. And all of a sudden, everyone can remember Philip. And we're going to take a break right there.
We'll be back in 15 minutes.
Use some chaos artifact.
All right, adventurers. After this little rest, hopefully this. I believe a call came through with some more information that might help out the mission. But let's stop in and just check in with the players. Puck,
Hello.
Who do we have here, and where can we find them?
Well, I mean, we have the Too Many Warlocks team, and I am a very lucky dungeon master because I get to play with all these incredible people who are content creators in their own right and make a lot of cool stuff all over the place. And I like to take this moment for them to talk about the stuff they do, starting with Kithri Taalib.
Hey, I'm Dawn. I run the YouTube channel Roll for Initiative with my partner Ryan, where we make videos all about tabletop RPGs and our other geeky interests. And if you head on over there, we've got a couple of painting tutorials we've put up recently, and tomorrow morning we've got a fun unboxing video.
Yeah, I saw that Giggle Dog painting tutorial. Thank you very much. Guy, what do you got going on?
Oh, many things. I am now officially gaming on 2 continents in the same week. So luckily
Yes.
I physically don't have to go, but I get up at stupid o'clock in the morning on Wednesday to go and play with some Australians in prime time in their place. Starfinder, great fun, really good game. My character is headed towards imminent doom and has been there for like 5 days now. So that was our cliffhanger, is I'm almost dead. So that's always fun. It's episode 2, really. I mean, anyway. And then on Thursdays, I do an Iron Sworn co-op game. Me and some crazy dark friends over on Dirty 20 Gaming on Twitch. And then on Fridays, we do Fun Shot Fridays, which is to make up for all the intensity during the week with a bunch of absolute crazed foolishness. Usually the one-page fun shots or one-shots that nobody knows the rules of before we start, sometimes including me. And then back here next Monday for this. And then anything that I remember, occasionally I put it up on YouTube at Dirty 20 Gaming there as well.
Nice. And I want to point out that there are now 2 shows that end with cliffhangers where you're about to die.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're not wrong.
I mean, this is a common occurrence. I don't want to point anything out, but Penn, what do you got going on?
I do stuff here. I also do stuff on my YouTube channel, Noctum Sky. My most recent uploads were me trying Skyrim out and me playing the Yogg again. And I've been playing a lot, I mean a lot of Outward. Thank you, Kevin. And so that one is, I'm probably going to end up doing something along the lines of a video for that. So just keep your eyes peeled over there.
All right. And well, some other stuff we got going on next week. We've got a special guest coming to Warlocks. It'll be Duke from One Shot Questers. He'll be joining us in a soon-to-be-determined role. I'm sure you'll find out on the day. And also, we've got Gen Con coming up, so we're running some crazy cool panels in Gen Con. So you're going to want to check out those. If you go to Gen Con and look for Mercenaries of Mischief or the Mercenaries of Mischief, we're sorting it out. In Gen Con events, you can find those there. I'll be doing an introductory to D&D table, which is already filled up, and I'll also be doing a panel on homebrew games with a couple other special guests. And yeah, look out for details on that. We'll have it on all of our media and everything.
I just want to point out that Lodge set up a little page on the website. So
Excellent. Yes, check out the website. It'll have all the details there. Thanks
all
to
the
March.
details.
All right. So when last we left our heroes, Kithri and Penn went to go collect Xellos because Penn left Xellos behind with his staff, and everybody was like, maybe that's not a cool idea. We should go back and get that. And after a long fight with some dangerous wights, Redann is resting with Guy back at the tavern. And over the break, Guy got a sending stone call from Rolda and caught Guy up on everything that happened in yesterday's episode of Mercs of Mischief.
From Rolda specifically, because that
Yes.
changes how much information I will have gotten.
We'll say it's
and
from
the
Rolda.
format and possible believability of all the things that I heard. Okay.
We'll say it's from Rolda because it's more fun that way. All right.
Yes,
So we left off. Penn was having a discussion with his patron, who had just finished dissecting this green goo-filled organ from a ghoul that apparently was turning to steel. And then the ground shook. And then everyone's memories of Philip returned, and a new book appeared on the shelf of the patron's library.
I do have a query.
Of course.
For those of us who have the discs on the back of our heads, is it like, do we know that something changed?
No. You just saw
Okay.
the book appear.
Yeah. So yeah, that would definitely be my first question. The book that wasn't there a minute ago.
No, it was not. And he ushers it over, opens it up. It is all about Philip, an elf jewel crafter, member of the Avalon Knights Academy.
We weren't able to save Philip. He was shattered across time, space.
He
dimension.
appears to have been restored.
So it is possible.
Perhaps. Perhaps there's more information to glean from it.
But who would have restored Philip? And how?
I'm
And-
afraid I don't have that information.
And yeah, I'll definitely beckon Kithri over at this point. Or, you know, depending on how I feel about it, I'll just be like, hey, do you... Because Kithri put the disc on her head, right?
Yeah.
Something's going on with Philip and this heart, and I feel like you should know.
Oh, okay.
Should I wait out here?
I'm just gonna stand awkwardly in the doorway so I can keep an eye on Xellos and see Penn.
Just like, yeah, no, I'm listening. It's just like,
So something happened and Philip appears to be restored. Don't know how that happened. And second of all, and this part's an awakened mind specifically, do you remember the book I gave you? There might be one in this universe as well, and it might be the reason that these things are like this. Apparently, whatever
she's
was
between the
doing
two
this-
doorways.
whatever was doing this is turning these things to steel.
Interesting. Yes, that book that I have no idea where I placed it.
And there's just like it's a narrowing of the eyes, but it's not like with malevolence. It's just like but right, sure. Anyway, though, there's one here and my patron thinks we should try to find it. However, I warned him of the consequences that come with it, and he suggested we find a medium to view it through. There are apparently certain magical items that can nullify the effects of others while also allowing you to interact with them. He said that
that'd be useful.
Xellos might know where to find something like that.
Of course.
Right? That's what I said.
Cool. Well, are we set to we want to go get Redann and Guy and see if Philip's back, maybe Guy remembers. See if that changes.
Maybe. And I will, before I leave, I'll say to my patron, I'll just whenever you finish the project, please just pass it through the tome to me before I leave.
Of course, Tomekeeper. I'll pass any necessary information along. Good luck in your quest.
Thank you. And yeah, I guess I'll head out with Kithri.
So before we head out, maybe we don't want this guy, Melissa and them to see that we're with him. They're not super happy.
That's fine. I mean, that was the reason I stayed here with him, but then we all got jumped, so it didn't end terribly well. I can request the patrons look after him, but I mean, y'all didn't seem terribly comfortable with that.
I mean, I'm just gonna switch to Awakened Mind, so we're not talking about Xellos in front of Xellos. Maybe we just bring him with us and tell them that he's our prisoner. We're keeping an eye on him since we can't really do anything else with him.
I mean, it's not untrue.
I mean, yeah, I don't trust him at all.
I
trust him about as far as I can throw him, which is not far.
Yeah, I want to. I want to, just like I want to believe that the one from our world isn't bad, but I don't know, and so I'm erring on the side of caution because he's already done horrible things, so like I kind of have to, but I'm hoping that maybe there's a chance we can make things better here. So yeah.
Maybe if we bring Owen Stone back and give him very clear guidelines on what being a good person means.
Do we even know, though? And I'd like to think that's where I trail off, just like...
Back to the tavern.
Back to the tavern? All right. Xellos coming with you guys?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to need you to blindfold yourself, please, and you can hold my hand.
That's okay. I can move on my own. And he blindfolds himself.
All right, fine. I see how it is.
And he follows quite well behind you, even blindfolded.
That's not good, but okay. Feels like it defeats the purpose of blindfold.
And eventually you all make it back to the tavern together. William is resting. Redann is also asleep and resting, and while Redann is asleep and resting, Jinja is patrolling back and forth on top of him.
Am I already in?
Yeah.
Because if I got there before these guys got back, I would have woken Redann immediately.
Okay.
But if they're there and then I come in and they're all there, that works too. I just need to know who's there. I guess is the real question.
Everyone is here. Do you guys take Xellos into the tavern with you, or do you leave him outside?
Can we hitch him like a horse?
You sure could.
I don't.
Yeah, I will just be like, just to be on the safe side and to tie him up. Something outside.
Of course, I am but your captive.
I mean, you're still a person, and you're still important, and you need to know that.
That's why we're tying you up front with the animals.
I validate you.
This is just temporary measures until we know you're good again.
Very well.
And also
just-
partially for your own protection.
Yeah.
This is perfectly understandable. And he waits outside, tied up.
If I've had approximately an hour's rest, enough time to roll hit dice,
Sure is.
I'm happy to engage. If not, I'm rolling back over and saying fuck off.
Nope, hurt too bad. You can have an hour's rest and then roll some hit dice.
All right, I rolled them already in D&D Beyond. It didn't transfer over. It was 22.
That's fine. I trust you on it.
I appreciate that.
Now then, how's this discussion going now, guys?
Yeah, I'll come blowing in from the backyard, I guess.
All right.
Oh, good, you are all here. I have a number of very important things. But first, I need the promise from Redann. Redann, wake up, Wake up,
What?
I have an amazingly cool thing for you to look at, but I need a promise from you first. You have to promise not to lick it, drink it, or eat it,
Well,
I thought I had your attention. Come with me,
I'm interested, but like the amount that you know me, it's kind of shocking, and I follow.
Don't inject yourself with it either, or stab anything with it. Have we covered all the bases? And that's what I'm looking
Probably
at.
not. He's probably got the way around it, but I'm okay with that. The things we killed in the yard, those the undead, they are not just undead. They got the green goo in them, and when it touched the bone, it turned the bone to steel.
Ooh.
I told you, I will banish you and hide the corpses in the minute that I have before you are coming back.
What about just a nice cut along my skin and putting it on the bone? We can see what happens.
How about we try it on something a little less important first,
Yeah,
Deal.
about that. That might be connected to Penn, what your patron was saying.
Remember that weird book we found and everybody had weird feelings about it?
The one you didn't trust me enough to have?
I didn't trust myself enough to have it. That's why we don't have it anymore.
Weird is a very light word for what that book was, but yeah, make your point,
Well, this is kind of what it was about. And my patron thinks there might be another one of those books here, and he thinks we should go hunt it down using a medium so that we aren't afflicted by it. But he thinks the information might be very pertinent because something might be putting these books places to do this. I'm not sure. It doesn't really make
How are we going to find it?
I pull out the compass and I start thinking about that book.
And the compass begins to point north.
Penn, my compass, it works here too.
Yes, my compass does work here too.
I just wink at him.
Named it.
So we got to look into that green shit anyway. But also on the way back inside, I got a call from Gilbert. Some shit it went down. Like big time water deep's a mess. But apparently they found Carl. You two know Carl. Remember Bowling Carl? The crazy guy who come together for a minute and then poof, he's gone.
Yeah, he knew
Is
my
it-
grandpa.
The same
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. They find him locked in a cell and they let him out, and then your friend Philippe, the one we find in the box,
You can remember
Yeah.
it now.
Yeah, he's not only remember, he's fixed, he's back.
Wait, what? You can remember
He
Philip?
was in like apparently like 1 million pieces. It makes no sense. I mean, how you put together 1 million pieces, but whatever. This Carl guy, he put him back together. And I almost forgot the most important part. Maybe this Carl guy, he can put together all the ones who are missing, eh? They used Carl to do this to these people.
That would change everything.
Carl can restore it.
That would be great.
Well, I mean, it's Carl, so take it with a bucket load of salt, eh? But oh, one other thing. I know what kind of white those were, eh? One of them was a night white and the other one was a porch light.
Oh, no.
When Melissa shot one of them was a light bright. Joke if you're over 35.
Ooh, had to wait for that rim shot. Okay. We'll just pretend it never happened. We'll fix it in editing.
With awakened mind to these four, I will very clearly say I feel like I should also share some information with all of you. While I was alone with Xellos, I made a contingency plan to deal with him. I gave my patron one of the discs and got him to reverse it, so instead of helping you remember things, it makes your memories essentially go away while it's attached. I have not put it on him, and I do not intend to, but I have it whenever he finishes it, just in case. After which I had a conversation with him, and I'm hopeful that maybe he can change. I don't know, but I told him that if he decided to try a more peaceful existence and not try to take everything over and kill people and etc., that I would help him get Owen Stone back. I did tell him, though, that the agreement did pend based on that I had to speak with all of you about it, but I did agree to it.
Where is he?
He's tied up out front.
Why?
I'm not a fan of the mind wiping thing, but if we can get Owen Stone back, I feel like the second part could easily come around.
I mean, I want to believe it, and that's the only reason why I agreed to it. It's just, I also know what he was a part of here, and so I'm prepared for the worst. I just don't want me trusting someone or us trusting someone to bite us in the ass to the point that it would get us all killed.
But why is he tied up outside?
Partially for his
Alone with the whole village?
own...
Or all the other people that are here? Sorry, it's not really a village. It's more like a cave. Yeah.
Go, like, peer out the window. Is he still tied up?
He waves.
Well, I figured Melissa and William would probably be pretty upset. And, so,
Yeah, and they can beat the shit out of him all night. He can't die.
Yeah. But, we're keeping an eye on him because what else are you going to do with the sociopath?
Bring him in here and let the two of them and anybody else that wants to have a go on him all night, eh?
Well, I don't...
It's like a war crime.
Yeah. I mean, just because it...
Have you looked at what he did?
Yeah, but like...
What he's still trying to do?
We don't want to be him, though. And like, maybe, just maybe he won't do it again. And I don't know. I mean,
if you don't tempt him, he's not going to do it, eh? You have to bring him in here with the people.
Oh. This is so important. Again, wake into mind. Only these four, or three, and me. There was a box. Redann, the box. You found it. You were the one. He knows something about that box. He said part of the agreement was he wants us to take it to the other, like, our universe, to which I was very skeptical, but he says that whatever that box is partially what keeps the keep protected when we're, like, in those big fights. And he said that it wasn't enough, but he said if there were two of them, it should be able to stop anything.
Or he wants us to take this one away so that he doesn't have somebody standing in his way.
See, that's what I said, but then he also pointed out that there's really nothing left, and I gesture back to where we come, and he's not exactly wrong. I mean, I don't think he cares about, and again, this is a gesture towards everything that's here. I think that Blackwind wanted to get rid of the keep because he always did, and I think that he was just part of it.
Is it? Does he mean the literal keep, or as in like kind of gesture to all four of us, or the keep?
I don't know, and this is important because I can't remember. I feel like Puck, did you tell us that when we did that ritual where we all linked hands, did you say after that we all immediately forgot it? Because I feel like there was something weird about that, but I might just be misremembering.
No, you didn't forget it. It was just kind of like a flash of light, and everyone felt quite drained afterwards, but...
Gotcha. And yeah, I'll tell him. The way he spoke about the way it works, it made it sound like it might be related to that thing we did in that battle we had, the Battle of Avalon last year. The linking hands thing. I don't understand that magic. I've been meaning to ask Cookie or Calazar about it, but we've just been so busy.
Well, he did know the box was here. He told me he was hoping I would be able to find it. It also has an engraving of the Avalon Knights, and it's buried there. So I tend to believe what he's saying. Worst case, we bring it to Cookie in our place, and he says, "What the hell is that? Get it out of here," and we get it out of there.
Figure out what it is before we take it anywhere.
Speaking of Cookie, Melissa, you have the cleaver?
Oh, she's asleep.
Okay, I go over and start digging around on the counter because I know I tried to give it to her and she tried to give it back, so it's got to be right there somewhere.
Oh yeah, it's still in there, wrapped up in cloth.
Come pull it up, and I mean it's Cookie's cleaver with the big chunk blown out of it. And I walk over to Redann with it. I told him he can't cut lightning with that, but you can maybe use it to find him, with that magic compass.
Maybe that's a good idea. I'll give it a try.
All right. So what are you going to do, Redann?
I'm going to take hold of the cleaver in one hand.
Okay.
Compass in the other. I'm gonna try to concentrate on Cookie and hope that the needle moves. And if it doesn't, I'm going to try to lick the cleaver. So hopefully the first one works.
We didn't make him promise he wouldn't lick the cleaver.
It points north again.
Same direction.
That saves time.
Does the cleaver smell magical?
No. It's actually quite surprising.
Very surprising.
You would imagine that it would be a magic weapon, but it does not smell magical. It smells like metal.
No.
Oh, I'm going to pull out the box and look at it with mage sight.
I loved watching you have that realization in real time. It's like, oh yeah, mage sight. So you look at it with mage sight, and this thing has like this radiant magic flowing out of it. Like the box is sealed. You can't open it. The box itself doesn't appear to have any magic to it, but something is holding it closed. And like a steady mist, like dry ice in a chest, there's this radiant light just kind of smoking out of the sides and out of the corners of it.
So, this thing definitely has something really magical in it that's like barely contained. Cool. Put it back in the bag.
Did you look at it? Can you open it? Is there a lock on it?
I mean, I tried opening it. Well, we tried opening it in the ethereal. Pull it back out. Try opening it again.
What if we have to open it here? Can I take a look?
Still won't open.
Redann, you try.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and take the box and really just try to like breathe it in and see if I can understand the magic.
You're gonna try and huff it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to huff it. I'm hoping I can roll an Arcana on it.
Okay. Okay. So you try your best to get a feel for this, but you can't figure out quite how to open it.
Oh, I got nothing. It smells nice though.
Yeah, the smell and the flavor of the magic, there's nothing malevolent about it. There's something righteous and powerful about it, but nothing evil.
Yeah, it smells good. Like it smells like Corvan's sword, and I like tap them together.
I'm gonna try taking off my AKA badge and touching it to the engraving on the box.
Like that thinking, but it does not open.
Ninja, do you have any ideas? Can you open this? Have you seen something like this before? Can you see anything about the box that we can't?
Well, weren't we told to take it to the other world? Maybe it only opened there, right?
Well, maybe the box is lonely. And you need big hugs to open the lonely friendship box.
You want to give it a hug?
Okay.
Do it.
He runs up and hugs the box. It's okay, lonely box. You can open up and meet the world. I am Ginger.
Kithri's just gonna lean down and awkwardly hug the box with Ginger.
All right.
Yay, we're doing this. This is a group hug.
I'm not going to say no to a group hug, but I don't think it's going to work.
Oh, yeah, I just wanted to hug.
So, and here's the funny part. Redann, are you getting in on this?
Hells yeah.
All right. So, you all kind of like get in this affectionate dog pile at this box, and it shudders. And the top pops for a second. And there's a blast of light. And the force strikes all of you. And everyone is healed like they've had a long rest.
Yes.
It's a hug box.
Was it, when that happened, is it obviously radiant light? Or radiant magic?
Kind of. That's the closest thing you can equate it to. But there's something different about it. Something you've never seen before. Except for that one time during the attack on the keep.
Yeah.
It's not angelic.
Okay.
No.
I've got an idea. Can I have the box for a second, please?
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to take the
This
box.
is a long pause as are exchanged.
I'm going to take the box, close my eyes, picture Lilith,
Okay.
and just let that energy flow out of me towards the box.
Okay.
Seeing if any sort of reaction will happen.
Not currently.
Interesting. I give the box back.
I don't want to sound selfish, but and I pull out my box, my skeleton box. I've been trying to get this box open too, so like
That is definitely not a hug box.
That box won't open?
He's got a little skeleton. What was it? Is it a skeleton like sitting on a box? Was that?
Yeah,
what it
it's
was?
like, okay, the skeleton is like perched behind the box, and then the skeletal arms are like out around it, and it's kind of leaning over it, protecting it.
Can I have the box pen?
You can't have it, but you can look at it and help me open it.
I appreciate the distinction. That was a good catch. And I take the box. I bite my finger hard enough to make blood, and I let it drip on the skeleton.
Okay.
Anything? Anything, Pen?
Nothing. Just drips on the skeleton.
Sorry, I got it dirty. Here you go. I hand it back without cleaning it.
Well, Kithri, do you see anything weird since you got, magic eyes?
Look
that's
at
a good
the
question.
Skeleton box.
I'm going to smell the skeleton box too.
I'm so sorry, but I've been trying to open this box for so long.
All right. So, here's a fun perk of your new ability, Redann. In smelling the box, I need you to make a Constitution save.
Oh, wicked. Love it.
OD'd on magic. It's too much. Never mind. Forgot. Barbarian.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. It smells foul.
Yeah,
This is necrotic AF.
It smells worse than like Handy does.
And key 3, yeah, this is the necrotic enchantment is radiating from the seam of the box. But there is a kind of scrying enchantment on the skeleton itself.
Like something can be watching the box?
Like the box won't open until it finds something.
That's lots of necrotic in there, and it needs something specific to open. Don't know what. Maybe we don't need to find it.
Something.
Hey, this other box.
Maybe,
Did we all
maybe
just
this
have the
is one
same
of those don't
revelation?
open boxes.
I vow to open this box one day.
I close my eyes.
Have the guys. Oh, go ahead.
I close my eyes and think about the magic mirror.
Nothing.
Damn it! No mirror.
Sean's
You
like,
guys,
I've
we
heard
also
that one
have these
personally.
the bodies in the backyard with the green goo that's turning bone to metal, eh?
Yeah, I think we need to try that out and see how that works.
And I am also aware, you big bastard, you never made that promise, so you. And I head back out in the backyard to go look at to show them.
We don't know what it is.
I promise, but we should still experiment with it and try it out on something.
When I get back out there, there is one other green liquid I can think of. And you said in this world, so you made me think. Is this look like the stuff that was on the angels' blades, or the stuff that corrupted the angels when it stabbed them?
No, it's not like
I
that.
was pretty sure, but I just wanted to make, it was the only other green substance I could think of.
I thought you were going to ask if it was absinthe.
So in that case, then you're going to have to promise to make me not drink it.
So you go around back. The bodies are still there. What are we doing with this goo, guys?
We need to bottle this up as much as possible.
The obvious question, though, is if it do this to the bones, why they don't do it before they send them here and send steel skeleton instead of skeleton with only a little bit in the back, eh?
Maybe do they know what's happening?
It's a byproduct, eh? Maybe. That's possible. I mean, we need more information, is the short answer, but I want you all to see this at least so you can, if we see it again, we know what it is, eh?
Yeah.
A metal skeleton.
Yeah, that's just what you need, stainless steel army, eh?
See, it doesn't sound that appealing.
What are you talking about? That sounds amazing.
It's not a skeleton anymore after
Yeah,
that.
that's not a skeleton. That's a metal thing. It's like a
now
like
I'm a tinkerer.
Oh, and Melissa mentioned that the Warforged skeleton guys that attacked the keep had green goo in it.
Are they mating? Is that possible?
Or at least
I wonder if
being
our,
made into a hybrid, eh?
I wonder if our the pal tied up out front had something to do with that.
You know who I would like to get this into the hands of, eh? Whistle Whip, eh? If anybody can figure out what the hell this is, it's him, eh?
Is he still around here?
I don't know in this world, eh?
There is one way to find out.
Quickly, though.
Redann, you met him, right?
I believe. Yes. Same old. Close my eyes. Think about Whistle Whip.
Close your eyes, think about Whistle Whip. It points. It points east.
Towards Waterdeep? No, east. Oh, that's the other way.
Yeah, towards the Anarok Desert.
Oh, Lord. Also, theory. If
Yes.
this thing can touch biological stuff and make it metal, and I look at Redann specifically, I wonder what would happen if you put it on, I don't know, a weapon or something. I mean, maybe it would become like a living thing.
I start digging through my bag. Like, I know I've got weapons and shit in here somewhere.
At the very least, we have to take a sample and take it with us, so when we find somebody who's competent, they can tell us what it is, eh?
We got
Oh,
one.
the Penn's already got some ghoul sample in his book.
And,
Oh, you found this shit somewhere else?
Kithri has the vial, too.
Yeah.
I'm going to scoop up as much of it as I can in an empty potion bottle.
Mm-hmm.
And then rub a little bit of it on one of my hand axes.
Okay. As you still just get ready to like rub it on a hand axe, you hear. You don't do that
Why?
because it will be corrupted.
Corrupted how?
It will grow and turn into a thing that will try to kill you.
I mean, I'm not seeing the downside of this.
Well, it may grow into something that will succeed. And Xellos has come out. He has clearly slipped his ropes.
Yeah. While he's talking, I go get a drink from the bar and take it to him.
And what is instantly noticeable is that he has a burn mark in a line across his body that is still smoldering and slowly healing back.
Is that from the love box? You okay?
Yes, it seems you got it to open a little bit.
Why are you burned?
Because I'm not your friend.
It's two.
You're my friend.
It's nice of you to say
Oh,
so.
shit.
Did our promise mean nothing?
What do you mean?
Are you not allied with us at this point?
That does not make us friends.
That's fair. Guy, are you okay?
I don't know because I don't think. No, Guy has no way of knowing what that is.
Which one of you fuckers
But
doesn't
Kevin
think of him as
sure
a friend?
does.
Because
Wow.
right now, that's bull. He's a nice guy.
What, Redann? Please, the data.
Thank you, Redann, but largely I'm not a friend of the Avalon Knights.
Ooh.
I believe that ship sailed the day I destroyed the keep.
That friendship sailed?
Yes, the friendship had sailed. And I love that you got that. I
See,
suppose I
that's why
should
we're
come
friends.
clean with you. It's obvious Kithri discovered what was actually going on with the undead back at the keep. Are you familiar with a tome known as the Manual of Phryxia?
Heard of it before.
Would you believe I had it in my possession?
Yeah. Did it drive you crazy? Because it almost drove me crazy.
It very nearly did. However, I was able to utilize its abilities along with Owen and Blackwind to construct very powerful weapons. Weapons that allowed me to destroy the Avalon Knights Academy.
Do I remember? Because I read like at least partway through the book before I had to like shut it. Did I get anything out of that? Like remembering like this is a horrible idea for multiple reasons.
Yes.
Did you ignore the obvious warning that
Penn, it's me. Of course I did. I thought for sure whatever was coming, I could handle it. Of course, one of them, one of the creations, got out of hand. It began to add parts to itself without us building onto it.
is it still around?
Seeing these undead leads me to believe that perhaps it is. And worse yet, it has the manual.
Well, I guess two birds, one stone.
Just before we go, Kithri, when all of us saw the box flash open a little bit, that light that came out, it was, you say, very bright and very white, eh?
Yeah.
It looked, can I see the box, sir? It looked familiar to me. I have to see.
Pull the box out, kind of keeping a very close eye on Xellos as I hand it over to Guy.
And I look down at this box. Is there any inkling other than the radiant light the radiant-ish light that I saw coming out of it? Look familiar at all?
No, it's not quite like anything that you had back home.
Maybe I'm wrong, and I put my thumbs on the side and just, as an off chance, try and open it.
All right. It will not open on your own.
I feel like I've got half the solution. I mean, Guy's pretty smart. So.
Oh, yeah, no, it's fine.
I guess I'll keep Xellos distracted while it's going. Xellos, look at my skeleton box.
Yes, it's very nice. I've seen your skeleton box.
Have you?
It was poking out of your bag during the battle.
What is wrong with you?
I hand the
Oh,
box
wait.
back.
I thought you said you were poking in my bag during the battle. I see where I misheard. Yay, friendship.
Yes. Hooray for friendship. May I ask that we do not open the box anymore as long as I'm traveling with you?
If you behave.
That is
That's
fair.
not how friendship works.
We need to get the things done here that we need to get done here, and we need to stop as much of this damage as we can, but we have to get back to our own world.
How do we get back?
I don't know, but I need to talk to the other Guy.
Well, depending on how long we take, I believe your world is coming here.
What?
Do you mean by that?
Well, it's just a theory, of course, but I believe we have entwined our two worlds by traveling back and forth between them, and the universe is trying to right itself. So your world is coming to our world, and our world is coming to your world.
Are they gonna collide?
You
Yes.
mean that figuratively? Oh, shit. So we are on a really tight schedule, eh?
Well, who knows how long it could take.
What would happen if they collide? Would they merge or would it be explosive?
Well, it's difficult to say. I've never experienced such a thing in all of my time. Even the wild magics of the Netherese have never accomplished any such thing, but it will be interesting all the same. It could be that everything overlaps. It could be that both will be destroyed.
Maybe we don't need to find out.
It's pretty cool, though. I mean, imagine if both Tarrasques underwater deep absorbed into each other.
Oh,
See,
goodness,
I'm
even I don't
thinking-
mess with that thing.
I'm thinking if you could do one big ritual circle, you could get one world to absorb the other world. But we've seen how that went, so maybe not. But it's an interesting thought.
Maybe we just try putting things back where they belong, eh?
Yeah. How, so we got to get the... I want to get this book and I want to fix that, but I mean, I feel like we got to fix the fact that our worlds are going to explode first, and I don't know if that book is going to get us home.
Cookie and that box are in the same direction. So that seems like a logical choice, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's 2 out of 3, eh?
Okay.
There were plans in the manual of Phyrexia, if I don't miss my memory, for a world-boring engine. Nearest I could surmise, it was a method of invading other planes. Perhaps combining that with some old Netherese technology, we could get you back to your home.
Maybe as a fallback if we can't find something else.
Yes, I imagine world-boring engine sounds a bit dramatic, doesn't it?
It does sound kind of boring.
Right?
Let's make a world excitement engine.
He's got it.
We have a very limited time here, but I don't feel right unless we try and help them, eh? We have to try and get Cookie back and make sure these people here, they are on as good a footing as there is to have. As long as that shit is with us, I don't think he caused too much trouble, eh?
Yeah, my grandpa always said, make sure you leave a place better than you found it.
Yes, an old friend of mine once said, sometimes the best way to help yourself is to help others.
Speaking of Grandpapa, I wonder what is under the city in this world, Kithri, eh?
What do you mean?
Maybe in this world you do the ritual, eh? And you finish the ritual.
I think that's for the me from this world.
I never met her, so I don't trust her. But I trust you, eh? Look, I fucked it up the last time, eh? So I got the interest in this to make it better, eh?
but I don't want to steal that from myself.
Do you really think the one here that is you is going to do this? Eh?
This is intriguing.
I mean, I don't.
Maybe we should go take a walk, and I'm gonna lead Xellos away. So, hey, what
yeah.
happened to the Eye of Vecna here? And-
You're no fun.
And I am seriously going to ask that, though, but later.
I don't know what you're talking about.
While Guy and Kithri are having this conversation and Penn leads Xellos away, I'm going to inch towards that corpse and try to sleight of hand dip that axe into that goo.
Of course you are.
Of course.
We didn't make you
imagining
promise not to dip axes in the goo. So.
Redann is the cap snappler. He just goes over. He's like,
All right.
So I'm guessing stealth plus sleight of hand here.
It's just like they're having a conversation. You're just like, doot, 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 doot.
I mean, Kithri's not paying attention to Redann.
No.
All right. So Redann, as you move your axe towards the goo reaches out towards it.
I'm going to pull away in that situation.
Okay.
And probably jump. I'm like, yee!
All right.
I mean, I got to find out who my grandpa was and get those get that figured out. I don't know if this version of me has yet, or if she's had other things that have been more time pressing. I don't know, maybe her relationship with her grandfather was different. Maybe her grandfather was different. It kind of feels like it's not really my life to be messing around in.
I understand. Eh? And once again, you show you are a better person than me. Eh?
Thanks for thinking of it.
I'm never going to be able to make up for that, eh? It's okay, I was being selfish here today. We'll solve this problem here, eh?
Hey guys, I was over around the body and like playing with my axe, and I don't know, I kind of like maybe reach down to dip it in, and it like, watch this, and I show them how it jumps out.
But yeah, maybe that's a sign not to do that awful thing you've been warned about.
I mean, I didn't technically, but like, that's really cool. We should like burn these bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Reachy goo is really talky.
What do you mean talky?
Oh, he's whispering.
What's it saying?
Oh, it's saying it wants to take over everything.
Is it just one pile? Both piles?
Both piles are talking. They're saying the same things. Metal and flesh unite, perfect beings, peace in the world would last.
So it touches flesh, it makes it metal. It touches metal, it makes it flesh.
I don't think so. But what do I know? I'm just a cookie.
No, you're not. You're my best friend, and you keep knocking it out of the park. Good job.
Aw, you're my best friend too.
Ginger, what is it saying again?
Oh, it's saying metal and flesh will unite, perfect beings, peace in the world.
That sounds a whole lot like what Xellos was teaching those robots that had the numbers stamped on them to make them look like us, eh? Same bullshit, different day, eh? Anyway, let's see if this helps. Back up a little bit and make sure everybody's safely away, and I cast Sickening Radiance on the corpses.
All right.
It's the 40-10 radiance. Yeah, 15 points of radiant damage.
They begin to bubble.
Because we have samples, so.
They begin to bubble and burn away. And he says, oh, the goo didn't like that.
Did it say anything?
It screamed. It said,
Is
my
it still
children.
alive?
No. But the other goo is. It says, it's coming to rescue you, my child.
Other goo?
Hmm?
Where's this other goo?
The one in the vial.
Maybe we don't
There was
hang on
more
to
than
this. I'm gonna pull out and look at the vial and see if it looks like it's changed at all.
Looks like iridescent green goo.
Okay.
We've got 2 vials, right?
Yep.
One from
What
you guys and one from here.
happens?
Yeah.
What happens?
What happens if you put the vial close to the box?
I don't know. What happens if you put it close to the box?
Do you want to try this, Kithri? Maybe it'll do something.
Let's put this corrupting evil goo next to our magic friendship box.
No,
say...
mon ami. Not near that one, eh? You saw the white light came out of that. The last thing we want to do is pollute that, eh?
I do
What
wanna
if
say
it
I've
cleans
probably
it?
finished my lap by now, and I
Oh,
come
no,
around the corner.
you haven't finished it yet. Xellos and you are going to have a talk. We're going to do a thing.
Oh, all right.
If those are both the parent of the one we killed, then there are 2 of them there. They are mother goose.
Up to you guys. What are you going to do?
Box. I think maybe would find out more about this ooze before we expose it to the thing protecting the keep.
Well, I mean, whatever it is, it says it's coming to rescue his child. So, like, maybe that'll be okay because it's coming to rescue us.
I think we're the thing it's rescuing from.
Oh, that's fair. While this is
You
happening,
know,
oh, go
I
ahead.
camped out thinking that we could use this to our advantage, eh? As long as we stay ahead of whatever it is that's coming for those. Can you imagine the surprise? We sneak in someplace and drop those 2 underneath the table, and then Mama Ooze come through the wall to fix the problem and take our babies back. We could go home, eh?
I like it. I like it a lot.
If she shows up before that, we drop and run, eh?
So, while you guys are having this conversation, and Penn is out walking with Xellos, you're talking about the Eye of Vecna and stuff, and he says it's a song.
It's a song.
Yes, it's a song that opens the box, by the way.
How do you know? And what is the song?
I've seen it before.
What's in it?
I don't know what's in that one, but I've seen boxes just like it.
Do you know what song opens it?
I'm afraid I don't. Perhaps you'd like to try a funeral dirge.
Interesting. Ooh, is there someone who would know these kinds of things? Like how to determine what would need to be sung, maybe a bard.
Somebody with a musical talent, perhaps. A bard could potentially work.
Mm.
Oh, and Penn, there is one more thing.
Mm.
I'm sorry. And then he whistles. And something shoots through your body from the disc on your neck. And you're paralyzed.
Are we just
And
on the other side of the building?
Yeah. And he catches you so you don't fall.
Awakened mind to the other three. I'm being attacked, paralyzed. I don't know. Xellos, help.
I deliberately waited till we were more than 30 feet away.
Son of a bitch.
I just want to talk. And I'm sorry I do resort to these nasty things every now and then. It's the only way I know.
You're supposed to be better than this. That was the deal.
I am being better. I'm doing this for you. I want you to know that when the time comes, I'm going to use this to make sure that you all get away. And you'll know it when it happens. Good people like you, Penn, they don't do what needs to be done. Good people like you don't win. That's what happened here. People like me win. And for once, I'm going to win for the right reasons. So first things first. And he goes and roots through your bag. Pulls something out. You don't see what it is. Now I'm going to finish whistling, and you're going to forget this conversation until I need you to remember it.
Why?
Because that's the only way to get you to do what I need you to do. And he whistles, and you're just walking back like nothing happened.
This is not my fault. Do I at least remember the stuff about the box?
Yeah, you're walking back, and he's like, "It's a song. I can help you track it down." But a song
Ooh,
will
the
open
important
the
part. All right. No. Oh boy.
Once you have the song, the box will open. But I would be careful. Whatever is inside may be under your control. It tends to be how the boxes work. But again, it's something you should be concerned with.
I mean, if it's necromancy, then it is what I'm concerned with.
And then you guys are around the corner, and you're back with everybody. So, where are we going?
Well, it sounds like this, trying to track down this book. That sound good?
Very well. I'll tell you everything you need to know about what you're about to fight on the way. You may arm me if you wish. But beyond that, I can always block things. They won't kill me. And that's where we're going to end today.
One quick thing. Mr. Xellos, is there any chance we're walking by a magical item cache?
Perhaps. There could be a couple things up there.
I'm in.
So thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for
You
watching.
magnificent bastard. Pardon me for interrupting, but wow.
Oh, I love that image of just like a paralyzed, terrified looking Penn and Xellos just cradling him and being like, it's okay, it's okay.
Yay! I'm so glad.
I did warn you not to use those.
Well,
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for watching.
It has been a fantastic game. Thanks again to all of our players. One more time around the bend, where's the best place to find you? Kithri.
You can find us on YouTube, Roll for Initiative, and on Twitter and Instagram, R for I Vlog.
Fantastic. And Penn, what new things?
You can find me over at YouTube at Noctum Sky, where I do gaming content.
Absolutely. And Guy, where can we find Dirty 20?
Twitch and YouTube, Dirty 20 Gaming on both places.
All right, and stay tuned for more of Puck, especially when we come into Gen Con season. Right now, we're going to raid our channel called Fabled 42. They do very fun things with their maps. They use physical dungeons in the real world with the camera there. It's a cool thing. So we're going to hit them up. Anything else before we go, Puck?
No, that's all. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for following. You guys make the show possible. We can't do it without you, so we thank you so much for your support. Until next time, tune in next week. And for now, class dismissed.
His name's Darth Whiskey, despite what you have read. He'd rather have a drink with you and pass the time instead.